Back into the abyss I go. Yeah, that's where I did the work, way down there. And you see, I came through here again, and I measured off that back wall 18 feet across and 29 feet from the back of the house to the front of the house, and that's where that squeak is. And so I just measured off that wall over to here. I just took my regular tape measure. That's all I did. I have my tape measure right here, and I measured across from that wall over to this point here where this wall is. See, this was a little half wall that's holding up the TJIs for the floor. Remember, down there on that first floor, the floor goes all the way over in here somewhere, and you're like, how could those floor joists span that far? Well, that's because we've got this little half wall here. Okay, I measured off of there to 12 feet to there, and I know it went 6 feet from there over, so I can crawl up that way and then measure off this wall 6 feet over. Okay, that's my first thing. And then 29 feet. How am I supposed to measure across this with my tape measure and all that kind of stuff? Well, I just measured off of this wall right here, because that's the outside wall, and I measured across just along this to 10 feet, and that was right. I put these nails right at 10 feet. Right at 10 feet, right to there. Okay, then I crawled underneath this pipe. Boom, boom, boom. And to this point was 6 feet. And then I went another 4 feet. And that's right where that little piece of wood is. I moved the wood over, and so I know I'm 20 feet to that point. And so I've got to go off of that. And here I got my little knee pad here, and I taken this little piece of cardboard and I slide my camera up through here and that kind of stuff, and that's how I did it to do the work up there. Well, see, I know I'm 20 feet to that point, so I have to come out this way. How far? I got to come out this way with my tape measure, 6 feet. I'll get on the other side of that pipe and I'll measure across 6 feet and straight down there another 9 feet. And that'll tell me approximately where that squeak is. You know, I should have done that to begin with. That's what I should have done, but I was so sure that it was where I did the work. And, you know, now I can pinpoint it. My loss is your gain, I guess. I'm going to pinpoint it and figure out exactly where it is, so that I can fix it next time I'm down here. Now, I'm not going to be able to come back here and fix that for several months, maybe even after winter. So what do you suppose I'm going to do? I'm going to take all my insulation that I pulled back down. I'm going to put it back up. Of course, I got my dust mask here. I've got my glasses here, my gloves on, long sleeve shirt on, a hat on, all that kind of good stuff. My back support on, my knee brace on, and all that. I'm going to push all this insulation back up. But before I do that, I want to at least locate the actual location to see why on earth it's still squeaking. And then next time I come down here, oh shoot, I don't even know when I'm going to come back down here. It might even be a year from now. It's not, that squeak isn't that annoying. It's downstairs. We don't even really go downstairs that often, but I can't just leave all this insulation like this. It's not a good idea when you start a job to not finish it. You know, this is keeping the house warm up above, and then in the summer it's keeping the heat out. Granted, in the summer, you're not going to get much heat from down here because it stays at pretty much one temperature down here. It's nice. It's nice down here. But in any case, I'm gonna locate that squeak, and I'll crawl back up there and kind of point out a couple more things before I end this video. Stick around. Okay, I had to take my camera off of the tripod, and I've got a glove down there that I measured to 9 feet. And I'm gonna crawl back there, and hopefully there'll be enough light here. And you know what? This sure seems like it's right in the same area where I was working, and right there is 29 feet off of that back wall, way back there, and about 18 feet off. And so, see, I was in the right place, wasn't I? And it's squeaking. The main squeak is right about there, and it kind of goes off to the left a little bit. And so I'm just kind of curious as to what the deal is straight up above. Remember, that's where the joint was. That's where the flooring joint was. And I'm in the right space straight up from there. I've got that glued, masticed, screwed. I've got the next one. I got the next one done. See, you remember I did like four bays. Okay, there's the one, and there's the other one. Okay, and so right there, and remember I told you that the squeak is from here coming this direction here. And the very first time I came down here, these are TJI floor joists, and see, it's kind of built like an eye. It's dadoed. The OSB plywood is dadoed inside this bottom piece, and that means that the top piece has a little edge right there, see? And the very first time I came down here, remember I put some screws up into that and drove those up into the subfloor. Okay, there's my screws along there, right there. That was in case the mastic got loose, or maybe there wasn't any mastic up there, but I can see that there's mastic right there. Okay, along there. And I put screws on that side of the TJI, and remember I even put them on this side. Okay, thus telling me that there's no way this TJI is loose or pulled away from the subfloor. All right, and then that was where the joint was between the tongue and groove 4x8 sheets of plywood up there. And see that this TJI, I put screws. I put screws along there too. Boom, kaboom, kaboom. And I even did it on the other side of that TJI. See there? Boom, boom, boom. And it's like, why is that floor squeaking? You know, what could possibly cause that other than the OSB plywood? Is there something, because it's at the bottom of the stairs, people have been stepping, you know, right in those areas every time they go up the stairs. Kaboom, 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 kaboom. 20 years. Okay, could it be possible that the plywood has separated a little bit or something like that? I just don't know. And you know, I'm not sure what else I could do to alleviate that squeak. You got any ideas? Remember I was saying I thought I was in the wrong place because there was a plumbing line. Well, that plumbing line goes up inside the wall, and there was some copper lines, remember, right up in there. But those go across, so I was in the right place after all. And I'm just wondering to myself, what on earth could be causing that squeak? I don't think I might just have to live with it, or something. You know, I don't know what else I could do. Just thinking out loud as I'm coming across here. It's right in here. It's where that leak is, or that leak, the squeak, right up in through here. And man, all I could see, one other thing I could do, how I put the screws in this TJI on both sides, and over there I didn't do that on this one here, and that's about where the Squeak was, like in this bay, but it kind of moved this way too. And see, I screwed this off all the way up over to here. Boom, 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 boom. See? So I'm not sure what else I could do, why it would be squeaking, other than, like I say, the plywood separating, the OSB separating. When you step on it, you can just barely hear the squeak. Or could it be the carpet pad somehow? There's no way the carpet pad's going to squeak. That's silly, Joe. Come on. Couldn't be the reason why. Oh, there's those other pipes I saw going up, but those go up inside the interior wall. That's why I thought, hey, maybe I'm in the wrong place, because could there be a bathroom or a sink over there or something like that? It's not. It's way over that way. Okay. Well, it looks like I did the best I could. Hopefully, it'll give you some tips on fixing your floor squeak. I just didn't turn out as lucky as I thought, but hey, you can't fault me for the effort, because the effort was there. I'll figure it out another day, you know. On down the road, we get ready to recarpet down there or something like that, or if it really bothers Mommy, I could maybe put some more blocks going across this way. Kaboom, you know, like these 2x4s. Just put another one, you know, 4 or 5 inches away from that one, 4 or 5 inches away from this one. Go across, go across, go across. Because where that's flexing down, when you step right there, because over time, 20 years stepping in the same places, that could have caused the floor to kind of slightly bow, just a tiny bit in between these TJIs. You see what I'm saying? You know, they did run the plywood the right direction and everything. That's all I could think of. Put more of these blocks like that. Kaboom, 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 kaboom. That would shore up this area from here to there. You know? So when you're stepping there, it's not going to push this down and slightly flex. Just that slight little flex is causing it to squeak. Yeah, that's what I'll do next time. I'll just have to cut a whole bunch of blocks, pull this back out like this. You know, it's going to take me a little bit of time and effort to do that. I don't have the material. I know what needs to be done, and I'll do that in the summer or something like that, when I got more time to deal with this. That's the other thing I can do. And after I do that, I'll make another video, you know, follow-up video, and let you know if the floor squeaks after that. And you know what? I don't think it's going to. Well, that's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos. Yes, indeedy. Whenever I think of something else to add to a video, I'll make the effort to let you know. And this is one of those times. I was just back over there, you saw, and you know, was it a futile effort that I did so far? No. You know, I did the areas that I thought it was needed, and now I can narrow down my search for why that floor's still creaking. I could have fixed a couple of the squeak areas, but now I've got a really good game plan on how to go further and get the rest of those squeaks fixed. I've narrowed down the different options, haven't I? Had I not done what I did first, I wouldn't know where to go from there. So it's not a lost cause at all.